Welcome to another pre-recorded session on Tableau tips. So this time I'd like to show you a really cool way of adding an effect when you're hovering over a specific element. So as you see, as I'm hovering over the different countries here, I not only get that tooltip, but also an image at the very top, right? So for Africa, in Africa, as stated here, grasshoppers are consistently eaten. So you hover over there, you see the little grasshopper. You go over Australia, you see the termite, Mexico caterpillar, so on and so forth. So how do you do this in Tableau? How do you get this wonderful, cool effect? You use something called an action. I'm going to show you really quickly where that action lives. Now to do this, you actually need to have two worksheets with the data, right? The first one is the worksheet that you do the action over, the hovering over. The second one is the source, right? So you're on the dashboard right now. Click on the dashboard menu, go to actions. You see that, well, there are two actions here, but the one that we are going to look at specifically is the action on filter country for bugs. I'm going to click on that, go to edit, right? And what I'm seeing here is the following. So I gave the action a specific name. I select what the source sheet is, which is the sheet labeled already munching country. So this sheet is actually the one where the country images are shown. Run action on hover. So every time I hover over a country, right, I see the image of the bug on the top, and the target sheet is the sheet labeled already munching bug. So when the user goes away from this image, so they leave the hover, the selection is clearing all of the values. So you're excluding all of the values and the dashboard just starts fresh. All right, so now we're going to go through how to do this kind of step by step. So this is the end result. We went through what the action item is already, but how do you do it from scratch? First of all, I'm going to click on this first sheet, right? So this is the worksheet that contains the different countries, and when you're hovering over, you see that tooltip there. On the second sheet, and this is the dashboard where both of these sheets are actually stored and viewed. That second sheet is going to be the source sheet. Or excuse me, this sheet is going to be the target sheet. Okay, and then this one is going to be the source sheet. So going back to the target sheet, you see that all of these different insects that when you hover over the country, they become visible. There is no filter on the insects themselves, which is what we want, right? Because the filter is actually going to be added when the action is taken on the source sheet. So, and again, this is the source sheet. So what I did is on this dashboard, I actually used floating tiles to insert both of these objects here. And the reason I did so is because it gives me a little more flexibility on position. So right now, if you hover over these countries, nothing happens. So the target sheet is actually not updated, right? And if I go ahead and I open this up a little bit, you see all of the different options here. I'm going to undo that because I do want the size of this tile to be as it is. So how do I add the action? Go to dashboard, click on actions, create a new action, type filter, give that action a name, filter bugs based on country. It could be anything really, right? And now under source sheet, you will select the already munching country. I'm going to click on hover, but you can also do a selection, right? So you can have the user kind of clicking on the country and then having that target worksheet being updated. And I'm going to keep it on hover just to go by the example that I showed you earlier. And then the target sheet is going to be the one that contains the bugs, right? So deselect that other sheet first, and then clearing the selection, you would want to exclude all values so as to start from scratch. All right, so you don't need to select anything under the filter option here. Click OK. Click OK again. Hover over the different countries, and there you have it, a really cool filter action that allows you to view a specific image when hovering over another image in the source sheet. Thank you.